Loves, your lady girl from around the way, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a Joseline's Cabaret. This is the old episode, but I'm gonna still do it because I'm into Joseline's Cabaret, and it's just how we're doing it. I mean, like, I'm coming late, might as well start off with the late episode. That's just how we're gonna kick it off. If you're new here, we do these kind of reviews, girl. I know my AC gonna pick it up, girl. It's too hot, girl. Summer came back and said, wait a minute, okay, hold up, wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished, period. So let's just hop into it. Excuse that AC, girl, but I just cannot. Under the lights in here, like, I'm starting already. Make sure you like and subscribe, okay? Make sure you like and subscribe the video because it helps me on the YouTube algorithm, and it helps push the content out, and it helps me get to the things of the things. I'm not going to say that thing that I say about Angela Bassett. So let's just hop into it. So Joseline premieres a new video and she looks beautiful. Joseline, I think that because her looks are always on point. I mean, Joseline's a beautiful girl. Okay, make no, the Puerto Rican princess, she got some weight on her. She looks good. She's easy to look at. And I don't know if it's like you in the wrong place. I don't know, whatever the song was. I feel like none of the music is really sticking for me. Is it sticking for y'all? Because it's not really sticking for me. I don't know. Drop it in the comments, let me know. But the music video was cute. She looks beautiful. So we hop back into whatever, you know, Zeus gives us their recap like they always do. And Wet got her. Wet got this girl, and she's hyped that she got the one off or whatever. She's taking off her own wig. She's stretching off her own wig cap. Y'all know she's, you know, moving around with her little scrawny twerk. And T-Love is upset. She hitting the muscle. No, I'm gonna get her. So, girl, T-Love tried to get her back, you know what I mean? T-Love tried to get her back. Natural's going off like, girl, I got a show to do. I have a show to do, and I'm not trying to deal with any of these So when Natural was trying to get the girls in check, this is when Miss T-Love comes around and try to get back up on Miss Natural. And she kind of did get Miss Natural. They kind of was like one-on-one. So out of nowhere, not Miss Natural, y'all know who I'm talking about. Wet and T-Love. So what you call them, girl? Wet comes around and swings off of the stripper pole, okay, and hit her and kicked her. They said they kicked her with the Doon Chan Chan coming around off of the pole downstairs. It wasn't even a pole, girl, it was a beam for the foundation of the house, and kicked her. T-Love claims that the floor was so slippery, and Wet got on top of her and minked her. Now, we've seen Wet fight, we've seen Wet get thrown, thrashed, and all of these things. I was not expecting her to get beat up like that, and T-Love kind of knew what she kind of had that look like. That something like, yeah, bitch, you got that one off. And now it makes sense why Wet was outside in a Chun-Li costume. Girl, the antics, you gotta love it. I mean, this is what makes us love Wet and continue to kind of have these conversations around her, right? So T-Love is, oh, Milwaukee, she throwing up gang signs, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, girl, I put this on my son and my daughter. I put it on their, like, girl, sorry to these children. Leave the kids out of it, because baby, I'm not mentioning my kids when I just took it. Are you kidding me? Who does that? Truly, why would you do that? Sorry to them kids. So Daisy goes outside and T-Love is kind of talking. She's like, yeah, well, you've been kind of picking on her. You've been kind of bullying her, which is true. T-Love was doing the most. Girl, your skin looked bad. Your teeth was bucked up. Your boobs. She was going in, like, no regard or whatever the case. And Wet felt like she had to do her big one. It's crazy how y'all be out here talking shit and popping shit, and that be the thing that set you over the edge, and now you beat up by somebody who can't even fight. And they say words don't hurt. Shit. Wet said, yeah, all right, my boobs are hard, my fist, my kick about to be hard too. So Daisy go outside, so that out of nowhere Egypt comes around, and she's just like, yeah, so what you say? She's like, well, I told her that you was the one who said that she was being a bully, or this, that, and third. So Egypt kind of like, okay, well, whatever. Like, she kind of played it off. It didn't give like a lot of energy up until they went back into the basement, which we're gonna call a studio, but girl, it's the basement. So when they go back inside, Egypt and Daisy kind of get into it, and she's like, well, what were you talking about? And Egypt, Daisy must have said, girl, I was just being messy or whatever the case. And she's like, well, at the end of the day, you going, you know, and Egypt was like, well, you ain't gotta talk to me like that with your hands. And Daisy was like, no, well, I can talk to you in the same way that you're talking to me. And she was like, you know, it's really nothing, you know what I mean? Daisy was really giving that prissy kind of attitude, like, girl, I'm not, it is what it is, but you're not going to tell me what to do and what not to do. And Egypt kind of was just like scratching her head just out of nowhere, boom, like just hit her, like gashed her, gushing. And what I can say is Daisy immediately got to swinging, immediately started fighting. She wasn't like, obviously I don't think she was preparing for a fight. I don't think she knew it was going to get to that level or to that extreme, but Egypt cracked her. That's it. She cracked her. And she's, you know, all of a sudden it just flashed to Daisy. I'm not going to show it because it's kind of gory. Just blood just dripping like almost like she had a weapon to hit her. They were saying that Daisy had rings too, but didn't do too much. Egypt's hair was off, but I just feel like the type of hit that was, like, girl, what is it giving? What was that, honey? And she's like, I'm too gay to be fighting you bitches. Like, I'm pretty bitches. I don't really be like, girl, I don't understand what why that even happened the way that it happened. And Daisy, she fought back. She was with it. She didn't go out like no sucker. Just you know what I mean? She had her little 1-2 bing 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 real quick, ready to go. You know, she's an older girl in the club. You know, I know she had to get into a couple of fights in her lifetime. Anyways, Egypt's in the confessional popping it like, girl, if a girl fight with me, she better know how to fight, because I ain't got no hair. She ain't pulling it. And I'm like, girl, you ain't never lied. I don't know, I just feel like that fight just didn't require all that. I think she was kind of setting the tone and setting the precedence, like, don't be the one to get binked up, because I will throw them bowls. Yeah, y'all, make sure y'all follow me on Instagram as I pull up my Instagram, period, point blank, and slide into the DMs. I'm gonna follow y'all back. But anyway, Egypt talks to the slim girl. I don't really know her name. I'm gonna put the picture on the screen. And she's just like, yeah, girl, because, you know, she had to let it be known that I wasn't da 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 da. And you know, she was just explaining her position about it. She was just like, I feel like I wasn't even trying to fight her. She just got disrespectful. So that's just what it was. The girl was talking about, like, well, what happened to your hair? 'Cause at the end of the day, nobody knew that she was bald underneath that wig. And I mean, like, she's bald, like, you know, she's beautiful though. She's a really pretty girl. I mean, like, she's undeniably pretty. Anyway, the girls continue to practice, and natural, she's moved around, and like Jocelyn is steady checking Ricardo, because she's just like, no, Jocelyn, you don't have to do that. She was just like, well, Ricardo, don't talk to me. Don't say nothing to me. I know what I have to do. You deal with the girls. And I just feel like Jocelyn has a really hard time taking orders from men. I think she has a hard time taking orders from women. Like, she's the boss. She just feels like this is what it's going to be. And Ricardo was like, okay, say no more. But I think she's still irked because Ricardo tried to take up her Lucky, and she's not having. She's basically saying, like, girl, I got me. You get the girls, and I got me. That's it. Then T-Love starts talking to Egypt, and they're all just talking about the fight. And she's like, oh, I hate that this started with me. At the end of the day, and it ricocheted into something else, because T-Love, like, that fight with you and Wet was too much, girl. You tried to do you gave Wet too much. And Wet does a lot, but, like, she's an OG now at this point. Like, you know, I could see if she was coming at you, but you was just looking to have a moment. And you was looking to have a moment, and the one girl who we all know can't fight beat you up. Like, that don't even make no sense. And then you got the one girl who really didn't even do nothing, beat up because of that. Which I realized, like, not a lot of people like Daisy. Not a lot of people like Miss Daisy, like, see it for her, because she got those elitist ways about her. But I don't know, I just feel like that was just unwarranted. Beat her up for something that she, like, did do. You know what I mean? All the girls are messy. They're creating a show. It is what it is. So now they running this 8 count, girl. They running this 8 count down to the ground. La da da ho. La da da ho. Like, girl, they running it down to the ground. Jocelyn and Ricardo continue to go at it. And then Jocelyn and Egypt talks or whatever. She's like, Jocelyn, where, you know, what was going on? She was like, I don't know if she was going to send me home, but I feel like Jocelyn's the real one. She know what's up. And Jocelyn was just like, girl, you can't be in here fighting these girls, because you real strong. You stronger than everybody. And Jocelyn doesn't want to talk, because once you just choke slamming little dinosaur T-Rex raving down to the ground like Loretta Brown. So it's just like, why would you say that to that girl? And she was like, oh, I have alopecia, that's why she doesn't have any hair. And she's like, well, you're beautiful. at the end of the day. She's like, I fuck with Daisy because I was there for the birth of her son. But at the end of the day, I know she do too much too. Like, Jocelyn, well, which one is it? Do you fuck with the girl or do you not? I guess she feel like she making a show, she making TV, and y'all know what's up. So it is what it is. So Jocelyn and T-Love starts talking, and she's like, oh, do you have kids? And she was like, yeah, I have kids. One, my son is, or I have kids that's 3 and 7. She's like, where they at right now? She's like, I got my kids full time, and they with their dad. And Jocelyn's like, good, that's where they should be. Period. They talked about, you know, her being official. Like, I think you're cute, you know, don't worry about right now. You know, you might feel some type of way because you didn't get the show, but you know, we're gonna have other shows, so focus on this. You can change your life, you can get some money, you know, like put all that shit to the side. You know, she starts crying, talking about the opportunity, you know, and then they talk about the situation with Wet because Wet was all in my business, and she was trying to make it seem like this, that, and the third, and blase. And she was like, yeah, Wet with her bad teeth. And Jocelyn was like, yeah, Wet does have bad teeth. But didn't Wet have braces? How you want to have braces over bad teeth? I don't get it. I just feel like if a person has braces, clearly they've done the work that they needed to do. If now the only work that's left is spacing, right? I don't know. Jocelyn and Daisy FaceTime, and she's you know, she's talking, and she's just like, yeah, well, the doctor comes in, she's like, well, I had better days. Jocelyn hangs up the phone and is cracking up about that. She thinks it's hilarious. Jocelyn and Lucky finally have a sit down, and she was like, I just think you're so wishy-washy, you played me. And I think that, I don't know, for me, I think one, Lucky is such a beautiful girl. She has natural sex appeal, natural body, love it down, and I like to. Hey y'all, so I don't know why my video just wouldn't play. The footages are there. It's just not working. I don't know why I keep running into this issue. Either way, I'm gonna keep it pushing, and I hope y'all do the same. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.